When Sydnie Christmas first stepped onto the Britain's Got Talent stage in 2024, few could have predicted the impact she would make. What began as a simple audition quickly transformed into a moment that silenced the room and stirred raw emotion. Her voice, both powerful and vulnerable, carried a sense of honesty that felt rare and deeply human. Sydnie wasn't introduced as a polished industry professional or a trained performer with years of accolades. She arrived as herself, open and unguarded, ready to share her story through song. That authenticity became the foundation of her connection with the audience. As the opening notes filled the theater, it was clear something special was unfolding. This was not just a performance, but a turning point. In that moment, Sydnie Christmas became more than a contestant. She became a symbol of hope, reminding everyone that extraordinary talent can rise from the most ordinary beginnings. Life before the spotlight. Before fame found her, Sydnie Christmas lived a life that many could relate to. She worked at a local gym in London, helping clients and juggling responsibilities while quietly nurturing her love for music. There were no industry shortcuts, no elite training programs, and no privileged background shaping her journey. Music existed as a private passion, something she carried with her through long work days and quiet evenings. Singing was her refuge, a way to process emotions and dream beyond her immediate circumstances. Despite financial challenges and uncertainty, Sydnie never abandoned that inner voice urging her forward. She practiced whenever she could, often late at night, driven by belief rather than certainty. Her decision to audition for Britain's Got Talent was not fueled by expectations of victory, but by courage. It was a leap of faith taken by someone who simply wanted to be heard, trusting that honesty could be enough. The golden buzzer moment. Sydnie's audition became one of the most unforgettable moments of the season. Choosing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, she delivered a performance filled with longing, warmth, and quiet strength. Her voice carried emotion without excess, allowing the song's message of hope to resonate naturally. As she sang, the atmosphere shifted, drawing judges and audience into a shared emotional space. Amanda Holden, visibly moved, pressed the golden buzzer, sending Sydnie directly to the semifinals. The moment was not just about vocal ability, but emotional truth. It symbolized recognition of sincerity, resilience, and potential. Sydnie later explained that the song represented her belief in better days, a reflection of her personal journey. That single performance transformed her life overnight. It was a reminder that vulnerability can be powerful, and that sometimes one honest moment is enough to change the course of everything that follows. Growth through performance. As the competition progressed, Sydnie continued to choose songs that reflected her inner world. In the semifinals, she performed Tomorrow from Annie, delivering a message of optimism rooted in genuine experience rather than theatrical excess. Her voice carried belief, not just sound, and audiences felt that sincerity. For the finale, she chose an empowering anthem focused on self-belief, independence, and personal strength. Each performance showed growth, not only technically but emotionally. She wasn't simply singing songs, she was telling her story in chapters. Judges noted her consistency, dedication, and emotional intelligence. Simon Cowell, known for restraint and praise, openly commended her finale performance. Behind the scenes, Sydnie rehearsed tirelessly, often alone, refining every note. Her discipline revealed a quiet professionalism developing beneath the surface. These performances confirmed that her success wasn't accidental, but the result of commitment, self-reflection, and emotional honesty. Winning and its new realities. Winning Britain's Got Talent brought celebration, recognition, and opportunity, but it also introduced responsibility. Along with the title came prize money, which Sydnie approached thoughtfully. She invested part of it in vocal coaching to continue developing her skills, while saving the rest to create stability in her life. For herself, she bought a simple personal reward, a reminder of how far she had come through hard work. Yet victory was not the end of the journey. It was the beginning of a far more complex chapter. Public attention intensified, expectations grew, and every word she spoke was examined. Sydnie remained grounded, expressing gratitude rather than entitlement. She understood that success did not erase her past but built upon it. Her transition from everyday worker to national figure happened quickly, and learning to navigate that shift required emotional strength, humility, and a strong support system. Facing misunderstanding and criticism. After the show, Sydnie encountered challenges she had not anticipated. A misunderstanding about her musical background spread online, leading some to incorrectly assume she had prior professional theater experience. Despite clarifying that she had only expressed admiration for certain musicals, speculation grew. Social media amplified the confusion, and criticism followed. For a young artist new to public scrutiny, the experience was emotionally difficult. Sydnie addressed the situation calmly in interviews, emphasizing honesty and transparency. However, public opinion can be unforgiving, and not all explanations were accepted. Beyond online commentary, she even faced uncomfortable encounters in everyday life, where strangers questioned her place in the competition. These moments tested her resilience. Rather than reacting defensively, Sydnie focused on staying truthful and composed. The experience revealed the harsher side of visibility, teaching her that fame often brings misunderstanding alongside opportunity, and that inner strength becomes essential. Protecting mental and emotional well-being. The pressure of public judgment affected Sydnie deeply, especially during a time meant for celebration. She admitted feeling anxious before performances, worrying about audience reactions and acceptance. To cope, she learned to separate constructive feedback from negativity, choosing to protect her mental health. Family became her strongest anchor, particularly her grandparents, whose steady encouragement reminded her of her worth beyond public opinion. Her partner, Max Rizzo, also played a vital role, offering understanding and emotional safety as someone familiar with creative pressures. Sydnie leaned into routines that grounded her, focusing on music rather than noise. Supportive messages from fans helped counterbalance criticism, reminding her that her voice had meaning for others. Through this period, she developed resilience, not through denial, but through reflection. Learning to stand firm without hardening her heart became one of the most valuable lessons of her early career. Building a future in music. Determined to move forward, Sydnie focused on building a sustainable music career. A major milestone came with the announcement of her debut album, My Way, scheduled for release in 2025. Recording the album required intense focus and efficiency, and she embraced the challenge with professionalism. The project represents her personal journey, blending vulnerability with confidence. Alongside the album, she released a meaningful song connected to her long-standing love for musical theater, created with respect and proper collaboration. Sydnie also announced her first UK tour, allowing her to connect directly with audiences across major cities. These performances mark a shift from competition stages to independent artistry. Leaving her gym job was a symbolic step, reflecting her commitment to music as a full-time path. Rather than rushing, she approached each decision thoughtfully, intent on building a career rooted in passion, integrity, and long-term growth. Self-discovery beyond success. As her career evolved, Sydnie also experienced profound personal growth. She began reflecting on her values, learning that self-worth cannot depend entirely on praise or criticism. Letting go of the need to please everyone brought her freedom. She embraced authenticity, choosing to honor her emotions rather than hide them. Her relationship with Max deepened this understanding, providing a space where she felt accepted without conditions. Messages from fans, especially young listeners inspired by her journey, reinforced her sense of purpose. Sydnie realized that her voice carried responsibility, not perfection. Moments of stillness became important, allowing her to reconnect with herself beyond performance. This balance between ambition and inner peace helped sustain her creativity. Her story became not just about success, but about alignment, choosing a path that reflected who she truly was. In finding herself, she discovered the deeper meaning behind her music, a message that reaches beyond the stage. Sydnie Christmas's journey now stands as a story of perseverance, honesty, and emotional courage. She represents the idea that beginnings do not define outcomes, and that resilience often grows through difficulty. Her music carries messages of hope, self-belief, and compassion, resonating with people navigating their own struggles. By facing misunderstanding with grace and choosing growth over bitterness, she has shaped a narrative that inspires others to remain true to themselves. Sydnie reminds audiences that talent alone is not enough. Character matters just as much. Her story encourages empathy, patience, and faith in personal journeys. As she continues forward, her voice remains a source of connection, not just sound. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to support more inspiring journeys. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll see you next time.